Hello everybody, welcome back to Space Engineers. Okay, so we've completed the first module of our large mining support ship, but it took a lot of resources, so I wanted to beef up our mining operation. So let's pop over here, dum-de-dum-de-dum. We have a brand spanking new ship, which is the Robo Miner. Now I've been experimenting more with remote controls, couldn't get the autopilot to work at all, and I had a rummage in the forums, and there does appear to be a current bug, so I don't think it was me doing something wrong. But we have got the ability, if I go into here, I can select the Robo Miner and click on the remote control. Where is, how do you spell remote control? There, control. So you can see now that we have this. Now, this ship is designed to be sort of standalone. So the hope would be that we just point at an asteroid and away it goes. So there's no cockpit. Okay, so couldn't get the autopilot to work at all, but I've been playing around and I can get something interesting at the very least. So let me show you what I've been doing there. Okay, so if I come out of that, and if we pop over to here, just get to the connector so I can get a good connection to him. Okay, so this is a Robo Miner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ensure that everything is owned by me. Right, so that's a key thing. Right. Now what I've done is I've added where are we? Some timing blocks, which we'll see how to use in a second, and some programmable blocks. Okay, so the idea is quite simple, right? So let's just select one timing block here. We'll rename him, and he'll be mining start. Okay, so the idea here is this chap sets something going. Okay, now let's see, we can put a delay on here and we can set up the actions. So we've also got, I put in a spotlight basically so we could see what's going on. Where's me spotty light? Where are you? Where are you? Come on, where are you? You are there. Oh, I forgot to add you. Damn. Okay, right. No, am I going madder than usual? Am I going madder than usual? Let's have a look. I'm sure I added you. And I'm sure I'm wrong. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so let's add a spotlight. So if I just pop onto 3, right, 5. Okay, so there. Bonk. Okay, so we have a spotlight there. 0. Hopefully I've got the goodies to weld that by hand. I do. Perfect. Okay, so go back to there. Control panel. Spotlight. Okay, we'll make it red. There we go. We'll cut its radius down a little bit. It's just really a marker. Right. And we'll have it blinking every 6 seconds. That seems nice. Okay. So let's come out of that and we should see this. Second, right, okay. So, don't like that. Let's, right, so I'm going to name that, so, okay, so this is the auto mining light. So the idea here is this will blink when we're on automated mode to give me a warning of what's going on. I'll cut that down to 3 seconds, I think. 3. Oh, come on. 3 seconds, right, okay. Right. So, let's do this, and we'll have another timing block here. We'll call this mining stop. Mining stop timer, mining start timer. Alright, and what we're going to do is, let's just for simplicity, let's just do something that will just move the ship forward. So what I'm going to do is have one programmable block, and I'm going to call this thruster control. Okay, perfect. Right, so let's see what we want to happen when we do mining start. Set up the actions. We shall take our light, which is you, and we'll switch the light on. Right. We'll have the drills. Right. And we switch the drills on. Right. And we'll have the thruster. Okay, and we'll run a program here, and I'll explain what this is later on. Right, and the final thing, so we switched on the warning light, we switched on the drills, we switched on something that we hope will control the thrusters, and then we're going to switch on a timer, which will be mining stop. So basically, after a certain period of time, we want to shut down. Okay, that's fine. So if we go into the mining stop timer and set up the actions here, right, so we want our light. So this is a good way of seeing if the thing is off, so we'll switch the light off. We'll switch the drills. Drills there, and we'll switch the drills off. We'll select the thrusters. Thruster control, actually we'll do that. So run with an argument of 0, confirm. We'll then switch the drills off. No. And the drills off. Okay. Right, and I just want to check. Right, that's wrong. So we'll remove that. Oops. Drills, dimph, and that goes into on. So it's not a toggle, it's basically just go on. Okay, right. So after a delay of 10 seconds, right, so let's switch the light off. So we'll switch the light off. So we'll do mining start, bonk. So after 10 seconds, this should kick in. Okay. So the light should come in. The drills have gone on. Right, the second timer should have started. So after about 10 seconds, the drill should come off. And light goes off. Perfect. So we have the start of an automated mining system. We just need to move the ship. Right, now let's pop into here. Right. Okay, so what we need to do is identify our thrusters. Now this is a bit of a problem at the moment actually, because this isn't telling me which thruster is which is really annoying. So I don't know which of these thrusters is who. Right, that doesn't tell me who that is, does it? So it's K, control panel. No, it doesn't. So that's incredibly annoying. Okay. Right, so we're going to have to do a bit of trial and error. So pop into here, control panel, thrusters. So we'll switch all the thrusters off. Okay. Right, so let's start switching thrusters on. So control panel, thrusters. Now I tend to do them in groups, so I'm guessing, I know that's reactors, we need them. So 6, 5 and 6, switch that on. Who are you? So 5 and 6. Where are 5 and 6? So 5 and 6 are to the right. Okay. Okay. So we go back into here, control panel. Right. So where are we? So 5 and 6, they're on, and we'll just mark them that they're on the right of the ship, so we know where you are. Right. Okay, what about 7 and 8? Okay, so 7 and 8 are on the right side as well. Okay. Bonk. Right, so you're on the right. Now, I have to say I don't understand. Normally you get like the marker showing what direction they're on over here, and I have no idea why that stopped working. Very annoying. Okay, so number 24. Switch you on. So 24. Right, we know that's those ones. Where's 24? Right, so that's at the front. Okay, so... Okay. So I pretty much think... so 24, 23... Right, so 23 I think will be there as well. What about 5 and... Oh, they've got the same name. Oh, that's not confusing at all. Okay. Right, so let's just check. So you're at the front as well. Right, so those are 2 front thrusters. Okay. It's okay. Right. So I think there's a moral here when you're putting in your thrusters. No, you're not on. Oh, who the hell's on? Right, you're on, so you're at the front. You're not on. Who else is on? Who else is on? 21, no. Okay, right, so you're at the front. Okay, so let's find out where 3 and 4 are. I really hope you're at the rear, just to speed this up. No. Where's 3 and 4? Right, 3 and 4 are on the left. Okay. Okay. So you're on the left. And you're on the left. Okay, so let's have a look at you. Where are you? No. Yes, right, so we've got a rear thruster. Okay, at last. Right. who was that? Oh, so that was right. So that's rear. So we'll look at 27, 27. So 25, 26, 27, 28. And there we go. So we've got 4 rear thrusters. Right, perfect. Okay, right. So rear, rear, and rear. Okay, so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to select all these guys and I'm going to block them, and we're going to block them as forward, and we'll save that. Okay, so what we have now is we've got all our forward thrusters grouped. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set the thrust override, and that's the value we put into the timer blocks earlier. So basically we're going to instruct the ship to move forward. Okay, now what we'll do now is basically ensure all the solid thrusters are on. So we now should have all the thrusters functional around the ship. Looks to be the case. Right, just down. Yep, we're good. Okay, so we're back in business. So, programming. Okay, so let's pop into here, and if we pop into the control panel, and we've got a thruster control programmable block. There we are. Okay, so there are lots of well, there's actually not that many. I found it quite hard to find a decent tutorial. If anyone's interested, I'll put some links I've found handy into the comments. But let's just pop into here. So, edit. Okay, so let me just do the most basic function, which is called echo. And this basically writes something back to the screen so we can see if this runs. We'll check the code to make sure it compiles. It does. We'll save it, and then we'll run it. So it says that. Lovely. Okay, so let's get some code. Okay, so let's just copying and pasting to get this code running. Okay, so if we go into here, back into edit, right, we'll just do that. So we'll keep this in. So we'll just say start. Whoops. Okay. Stop. So we know if the program started and stopped. Okay. Oh, if we can spell stop. So what's this doing? So what we're doing is, I'm assuming you're not familiar with programming, so I'll take this relatively slowly. So what we have here is we've declared an entity called a list, which is just basically a container, right? It contains the angle brackets, means it contains items of a single type. So it contains my block groups, which is when we group the thruster together, that's what this did. So we're basically saying, please give me a collection of these groups, and it's empty at the moment. So what we then ask is basically the game via this grid terminal system. So this is our connection to the game world. Basically, please give us all the groups. And what it'll do is it'll fill up this collection with these groups, and then we've got a for each, which basically says for each of those groups in that collection, run round, and what we'll do is we'll just do something very, very simple, which take that, take that, take that, bonk. We'll just print out the name. So we expect to see 2, so we should see the drills and the forward thrusters. So we'll check the code. That's right. We'll remember and exit it, and we'll run. Bonk. So there you go. We've seen that, we've seen the drills, we've seen that. Perfect. Okay. So back into edit. Now, what I'm going to do is this is the first version. Right, so we know we're looking for this group called forward. So if group, oops, dot name, and good to get this one right. Now we're going to use a thing called equals, which compares values. All right. So if it equals forward, then we'll do something. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take it slowly. Right, and we'll just echo just to make sure that's working. I'm sure it is. So we'll say forward. Okay, we'll check the code. That's fine. Okay, so remember and exit, run. So it's seen that. Perfect. Okay. Right, now if I pop back into here, right, okay, so you're not going to be surprised to learn, I suspect, that each group contains a list of blocks. So we go into there, control panel, where's me thrust control, there we are, edity, right, so what we're going to do now is basically say, right, for each block in the group.blocks, okay, we basically ask it. Now, there are various ways of doing this. I'm doing this to make the code as readable as possible because that's how I prefer to program. Right, there are ways that you can do this so you can cut down the number of keystrokes, all that sort of thing. I don't like that personally. Right. Okay. Right. So basically, we run around the blocks in each of these. We say, are you a thruster? And if you're a thruster, we do a cast. So basically, we can access, I'll take that out, we can access the information about that thruster. So we should see 4 thrusters if this is doing what we want. And what we'll do here is we'll just echo out the name of the thruster, which is t.custom name. We'll check that, lovely, remember and exit, and we'll run. So we've seen the thrusters, right? Perfect, exactly what we wanted. So the final step here is to set, if you look at the thrusters, if we look at here, you can see there's this thrust override, which basically we say to the thruster, do this, right? So we saw in the mining start that we passed in a value. We look here, right? So we remember we passed a value into there, which is the thrust override that we want the ship to have. Okay, so if we go into the mining to the thruster control and we edit it, so okay, so we've got the value coming in here, so we'll take the value there, right, and we'll parse that. So this basically, so float.parse says take a string and convert it to a number. Okay, we'll be a little bit defensive just to make sure we don't break anything. So we'll basically say if the argument does not equal null, we do this, monk, and basically we'll default this guy to 0. 0.0 f, so we're saying it's a floating point number, right? Cut that down, get rid of that, So we'll basically say thrusters set to plus. Again, there's different ways to format a string. I come from a Java background, so you may well see things that are more familiar to Java. Tough. If they compile and they work, we're using them. Okay, so we'll check the code. Lovely. Remember and exit. So we'll just run it. Ooh. String input string was not in account, so we found a bug. Right. Okay. Okay, so the string is coming as empty, or oh god, I think so. We're basically saying if it's not null, and if it's length and greater than that, there we go. Remember and exit, run. No, it's still not. Right. Hang on, let's just cheat. Oh, it's not working. Oh, that's interesting. Right, right, that should be working. Right, that's your bug there. Okay, check the code. Okay, remember and exit, run. Boom, there we go. Okay, and if we set it to that, right, perfect. So we take the value that's fed in. If there's no value fed in, it'll default to 0. So that's an easy way to switch these things off. Okay, so the final step is, how do we feed that override value to the thrusters? So go back into the edit. Where's my wee bitty of code? Ooh, I don't have my wee bitty of code. Hang on, excuse me a second. Right, t.set value float override. Let me just copy and paste that so I don't get it wrong. Okay, right, that's fine. Okay, bump. Okay. Sorry, excuse me a second, just a wee bit of faffing around. So I thought I had that in my little sample code, but I forgot that bit. Right, there we are, there we are. So, so there's the thing. So we're saying, now if you look in the documentation, see there's various, for each component, there's various things you can do with it. What we're interested in is the thrust override. Okay. Get rid of that, and what we can do now, so if we take that off, check the code, remember and exit. Okay, so let's try the big one. So if we go into there, control panel, mining start. Let's just step back in case it goes horribly wrong. So in 10 seconds, the forward thrust should begin. There we go. Right. So it's not moving the ship. Right. Okay. So. Okay. What we need to do, right, so let's assume mining start timer, setup actions, thruster control, run. Okay, so let's clear that. So we do thruster control there, run, and we'll punch up the power a bit. Okay, I think I tried this on a smaller ship, so it may be we just need to beef it up a bit. Thruster control, mining start. you step out the way. Okay. In fact, I don't know if we die horribly if we... Right. It's not moving. Okay. So, let's go in here and let's just do that. So, control panel. Thruster control, edit. And should be able to get the thrust override value out of there. Where's me code? Where's me sample code? Where are you? T dot thrust override. Okay. Okay. So what we'll do here is we'll do. And there's the bug. Okay, so what we've done is we've not taken the thrust value from what we've passed in. We've taken it, we've just hardwired it to 0. There you go. Right, check the code. Yeah, remember an exit. Okay. Start. Get the hell back. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so she's going a little bit fast. Okay, and the question of course is she going to stop? Yes. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so I think we'll cut that down. I think control panel, mining start, setup actions. We'll clear that. We'll set that to 4,000. Confirm. Okay. Do mining start. Okay. So by changing the delay at which point the mining stop trigger fires, we can say, okay, mine for 30 seconds or mine for 5 minutes. Okay. Better. Okay. Okay, lovely. Right, okay, so let's give her a spin. So we'll go into the remote control. Where's the remote control? We'll take control. Well, she's quite sensitive. It really is. Okay, so come here. We'll spin her around. Move forward. So she is quite a powerful little ship. No, no, no. Okay, let's come out of that. Right, I think what we'll need to do is we'll need to just drag her around to the metal ore, because it's going to be quite hard to find her. So we'll take one of our other little ships out for a spin. Where's the welder? Where's my little welding ship? There she is. Okay. Not the most powerful ship I've got, but she's nearby, so we'll use her. Right. Okay. So basically what we'll do is we'll just grab hold of her. Whoa! Steering. Bloody hell, sailing past. Okay, where did we put the mining ship? Where did we put the mining ship? There we are. Okay, right, and the connector's off, so we'll need to go and switch that off. So RoboMiner connector on. Right, let's go back. Okay. Nope, other way, other way, other way, other way, other way. Okay. Oh, I so desperately need some sort of autopilot, but never mind. Okay, so we'll pop back left, pop back down, rear. We need more left. How we do? Oh, that's pretty good actually. Back, back. Perfect. Lock. Right, I will take this guy for a spin. Okay. Now you can see that the mining ship is really quite heavy. Really heavy. Okay. So I think I should have used my little tug for this. Okay. Yeah, so definitely the wrong ship for this job. But okay. So if you remember, we built a little tug ship, and the idea for him was to basically tow the bits of the thing we're trying to, the bigger ships, tow them to the sort of assembly so we can glue them together. Oh. Let me just have a look where the hell we're going. Right, okay, so that's not too bad. Okay. Let's try an interesting thing, right? If I go into here, if I go into the Robo Miner, I go into the remote control, and I take control. Can I now use the power of? I can. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, it's right, because we're not quite. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, let's switch my dampeners off. Does that help us at all? Oh, hang on. We're going the wrong way, aren't we? Okay. Don't think that's helping at all. Okay, so I'll just pop back into here. Okay, and let's thrust forward. So we're looking for a bit of iron ore that's round the back here. Okay. Yes, definitely the wrong ship for this. So when I was experimenting with the auto miner, or the autopilot, excuse me, I put a miner target, which you can see over there. So that's basically what I was aiming for. Okay. think we can probably just drive the auto miner ourselves. So let's unlock. I'll switch you off. We'll just pop this guy back. That's right, I put a little spotlight at the rear of the ship for some reason. Just, yeah, perfect. T. Right, so auto miner, robo should be over there. It's fine. Okay, so we're going for mining target. So that's what we're aiming for. So I, robo miner, remote control, control. Spin round, full thrust. Don't think we're going to hit that asteroid, but no. How are we doing? 71% oxygen. That's fine, so we'll just tee out of there. Okay. So you can see the lump of iron we're aiming for. Okay, so I... Ooh, are we out of range? We are. Okay, that's an important thing we'll need to remember. Okay, control. So we'll just move you forward. So left a wee bitty and up. Oh, let's just let's just move you this way. I'm just scared you're going to bump into the asteroid. No, this way a wee bitty. Please. I think I've got the remote control wrong way round. Okay, yes. Remote controls reversed. Okay. Okay. So let's tee out. So let's have a look. Okay, so we'll just move you forward a little bit. So gradually move you up. There. Okay. Right, so not pointing quite where we want. Okay. So I. Right. Now, of course, what you're saying is that if I'd actually just mined this by hand, we'd be there by now. But what's the fun in that? Okay. Right. Robo miner. Mining start sequence. commence. Right. Ooh, quite excited. Let's see how we get on. It's possibly too fast. Yes, I think we just broke half our ship. So let's just check. So I think the bottom drill had a small problem. Okay, right. So too fast, too fast. Okay, join me next time when we'll have another go at this and see if we can do any better. So as usual, thank you for watching.